Hey guys, Missmaster1 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. 2 months ago, what the fuck? But anyway guys, yeah, just after that little introduction, we are back with more Partners in Time, and just to let you guys know ahead of time, right now, this episode and the next episode have been recorded actually a very long time ago. So if I say some information that may be outdated, possibly, like when I'm recording this, or information on other stuff I'm talking about, that's why. Also, guys, thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I'll say this again later, but for now, I just want to say thank you so much. I just hit it the other day. So, anyway, guys, enjoy the episode, because we're finally back. Hey guys, Missmaster1 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. So, last time we made it aboard the Shroom Mothership, but we pretty much got kicked out right away. And we found out the princess we've been trying to save the whole time was in fact Princess Shroom in disguise. And now we have no idea where the hell the princess is. Our only guess now is that she's maybe in the castle in the past, just being like locked up or something, but we really don't have a lead on where else to go, and we've now landed in Toad Town after being dropped off the ship, so now we're going to continue on and start this area. But before we do, Stuffwell said that we should examine this area because we might find people here, like this guy. Oh, mercy. I didn't think there was a soul left in these parts. Are you folks here to shop? Why, Grandma Green, we have customers. Goodness gracious, Grandma Red. Oh, so they're both girls, cool. We do. I called them guys at the start. Goodness gracious, Grandma Red, we do. Customers are awful scarce these days. These shrewd hooligans tore our poor old village to pieces. I do believe we old biddies are the only two souls left. Nothing but memories left in the town, and that's the truth. Such sadness and such loneliness for us old birds. Oh, terrible loneliness. When you're as old as we are, loneliness is all you can count on. You look like fine young men. What, would you shop here? Would you shop here every day and make us old hens happy? Sure. Oh, fine idea, Grandma Red. Of course, these gentlemen will. They share our fashion sense. I doubt they share our fashion sense. That's a good one. I've no doubt with you youngsters. You are kindly folks. I can't talk. No doubt at all. You're trustworthy mustaches. I'm sure you'll sympathize with our plight and buy lots and lots of things. Oh yes, lots and lots. I do like the second of that. Or the second of that? Oh my god. All this excitement's got me feeling like a teenager. Lots and lots, and then some more to boot. Ready, Grandma Red? Both together now. Welcome! Come on into Grandma's place. If it's not Grandma, it's like Rama's or something, it better be fucking Grandma, because that makes no sense. I feel like a fucking idiot. Would you like to buy gear? Sure. And we do have some new equipment that I do want to pick up. Right here we have 2 types of equipment, which will be both beneficial no matter which one you get. You can have the Star Trousers for the adults and Stardust Pants, which act as the same way for the babies, which give you a lot more defense, as you can clearly see, and they boost our PAL by quite a bit too. But if you look at our Shroom Slacks, we don't get quite as good of a defense boost, but it also boosts our HP by 20, so it's a really hard choice. But in the end, I think our HP isn't going to be too big of a deal. So, I want to boost our defense and also get that bonus of the attack. So we're going to get 2 sets of Star Trousers for the adults, and 2 sets of Stardust Pants for the babies, since they act the same way. Okay, and now that we've done that, they do have okay badges here. Get like the Salvage Badge, a Risk Badge, Safety Badge. Well, the Safety Badge isn't that good. Risk Badge is meh, because it depends on how many items you're collecting in the game, and the Salvage Badge is actually pretty good, but the coins amount it costs is a little expensive, and I mean, we do have plenty of coins, but I just don't feel like we need to get those. So, that's a little shopping out of the way, and now we explore Toad Town. You will quickly find this area to be probably very annoying because of how tedious it is, like the way it's designed, and you'll see very shortly. I guess we should start by fighting this enemy right here. There's gonna be 3 types of enemies in this area, and we're gonna start off with our first one right here. These guys are called Shroids. They're like, you know, kind of robot like shrooms. Like the Shroob guys that are kind of like in a robot sort of form. And as you can see, our defense and our attack are gonna be boosted quite sequentially after getting that upgrade. When they do this attack, mash the hell out of the buttons to break the shield that they are getting encased in, and pretty much jump when the guy stops moving, whoever he's facing, and that'll pretty much, you know, get the attack done for you. They do also have a chance to call forth a saucer, which will rain down like a spike ball to throw them, and then it'll have like an M or an L to indicate who it's going to be thrown to. And if you manage to deflect it back at him, he'll actually short circuit, and if he does that move again, it means he's going to actually attack the other person. Like if it's an M, when he's short circuited, he'll attack Luigi and vice versa. So, quite a few items in this area. If you actually go around to collect everything, they give you a shitload of stuff here. But you will find that it becomes very annoying to actually collect everything once you see what happens very shortly in this area. We're gonna have like a 1 coin to collect there, 10 coins to collect here, and 20 to collect here. But you might be wondering how we're supposed to get over to that place because it's completely blocked off. You will notice that it is in fact part of the same inside part. So logically, you go in through this part. It's not as obvious, I'll give them that, but it's not too hard to figure out. Just going through the right side. This is like the one that's actually really important. You get like 150 coins in that part, so pretty cool. And I'm not gonna spoil what it is that actually happens because I want to explore just a little bit more before we end up doing that. Like look around the area. We have a war pipe block there, but that's not a big deal. We can go inside this house. Actually, let me move the adults out of the way. Trying to avoid those fights just to, excuse me there, I just did something off screen and I'm gonna cut that out. We want to explore this area together as much as we can, and I just pretty much gave it away before we end up having to do this thing, so... Yes, we are actually gonna end up getting separated, but that's coming up in the near future. And by near future, I mean just a couple minutes. So I really want these last moments together before we actually go through this place, as annoying as it is, on our own separate parts as babies and adults, because really, you're not going to be together for pretty much the whole area, except until pretty much you've finished and you've explored everywhere. This guy is going to be annoying, so I'm probably going to have to deal with him off screen. I mean, they do give good experience, but still, actually, I think we can sneak in right here. Yep, you're too slow, Shroid. But he's going right next to the freaking adults, just waiting for them to make a move. Going up through here, we have this one house that is open to us by drilling underneath. And we can go in through that house up to this bridge and make it over here to this house, which has a closed door at the front. So that's how you make it into here. Just grab all the items that are here, decent amount of stuff. Let's go back, and I think that's pretty much everything the first screen. So now that we've done that, let's go back around. That wasn't my best idea, because fighting these guys is again, fighting with just the babies is going to be... I've always said that fighting with just the babies alone is kind of risky, and that's why I don't like this area, because you will be doing risky stuff, because we have to get separated right now, actually. So we're going to drill underneath right here. Are you kidding me? How did that happen? Really? They actually hit me when I was drilling underneath the friggin' thing. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not having that. I'm out of here. That was fucking bullshit. Did you guys see that? Really, I was like a second away, not even, from getting drilled into the ground, and he just hits me out of nowhere. That is fucking bullshit. Thankfully, we don't lose really any coins from that, because I'm good at mashing, and if you take too long to run away from fights, you do end up tripping and spilling like a lot more coins, but that's not a big deal. So yes, now we have officially separated, and now we have to manage on our own, and this is where this game is a little dickish right now, because we have to hope for the best, and if you get in a bad situation, then you could easily die as either sets of bros, because the enemies here are not very easy to deal with. Speaking of enemies, we have our second enemy in the area. This guy is even more annoying because we have to fight him first as just the babies. This is obviously some kind of pokey, but it is called a Skelekey, you know, like a skeleton pokey. And really the only weakness they have, well, I mean, pretty much the only effect you're gonna have if you're separated. I mean, you could do other stuff. Actually, no, you really can't. There's only one thing you can do to really do a lot of damage to these guys. Because if you just use your hammer, it's gonna knock off one section of this guy, and that's gonna take forever to, like, get him back down to just one, and then he can still call multiple sections during his turn to, like, make it take forever. So the optimal way to do this is to use Smash Eggs. I never use this move, but this is one of the few times in the game it's absolutely necessary if you want to really deal with these guys. I'm not the best at timing this, so excuse me if I fail it, like, retardedly. But as you can see, it's actually doing quite a good job with this guy. And apparently because Mario messed up his move, I couldn't continue it any longer. But that's not okay. I don't know why. Maybe I was going for him, like, when it was going back to Luigi that second time, so I kind of got confused. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, Smash Eggs isn't ridiculously hard at the time, but I just suck at it for no reason. And if you want to deal with those Skelekeys, I highly advise you do that, otherwise you're going to have a really annoying time fighting them, because there's really no other way to fight them very well, because they're probably the worst enemies in this area, let's put it that way. Okay, and I really encourage you, even though it may seem really difficult, get everything you see here the first time you get it. And I just missed out on 20 coins right there, but that's okay. And try to avoid the fights as babies, that's another big thing. And then you'll come to this part where you can't actually drone the ground because it's made of metal, and that's just like not right. So what we have to do is go back as the adults, and now we have to go down the path as well. You're pretty much advancing down the path, you know, individual, as in 2 sets of individuals. And, well, not individuals, but 2 separate groups, rather. And you have to pretty much do this to advance through the area, is meet up at different parts where you're segregated. And eventually you will actually, you know, advance forward once you reach certain parts on your own time. I would anticipate that there will be more impedimentals like this on the road ahead, yeah. Perhaps it's best to proceed separately from the juveniles for the time being. That's kind of what I said. I would be remiss, if I did not add the Cobalt Star as behaving peculiarly. According to my analysis, the data indicates the Cobalt Star's activity is somehow related to Star Hill. Star Hill? My sensors indicate a pathway to Star Hill somewhere in this village, but I am perplexed by the signals the Cobalt Star is transmitting. I have no hypothesis there? Okay. I mean, we still have 3 sets of the shards, but we need, like, a few more. Let us away to Star Hill. The answer must await us there. Back to adventure. Alright. So now we're gonna go as the adults for the time being, since we were just playing as the babies for a little bit, so... actually, before I go out there, there's an item here. Let's grab that. 2 smash eggs. Oh, that kind of gives it a hint of what you're supposed to do to some enemies in this area. And yes, you will see we can't even access this place because we don't have the babies on this side. And we will later, once we meet up again at some point in the village, we will end up having to backtrack to get certain items. And of course, speaking of that, we have our last enemy in this area we can encounter, and they are called Love Bubbles. Actually, I just realized, I should have been announcing the enemies in the area, like, I should have announced, like, what the enemies in the area were, like, from the first enemy on, so I'm gonna, like, have all the enemies on the side before announcing them all. That's the first time I made that mistake, but that's okay. Love Bubbles aren't really that big of a deal, although they can get very annoying because they do have a few attacks that are tricky to dodge. This one, when they pretty much dive bomb you, is not very hard to dodge. All you have to do is just watch which leg they extend, and that'll indicate who they're going for. And you pretty much want to jump right when they start dive bombing, but of course, if you're impatient and try to jump beforehand, then you're gonna get screwed, so careful about that. They also have this move where they will run around you. Depending on which foot they stick out, they'll go for Luigi or Mario, and then they'll loop around to the other bro if they're low, but if they're in the air when they do that, you don't want to jump as the other brother. Of course, I'm taking damage that I don't need to be taking, and the enemies in this area still deal out a decent amount of damage compared to what our health is right now. So you really need to do your best to dodge in this area, especially as the babies, because they do not have much health to rely on, and their defense is not as good as the adults, for obvious reasons. So really, this is an area where you have to be cautious for pretty much the most of it until you actually clear through the entire area at least once, which will pretty much mean you can go to anywhere, well, almost anywhere in this village, pretty much, right, like, as a whole group of 4. You can't go to the baby side, but I'll explain why that works later, because there's kind of a reason that... I mean, it should be obvious why. Oh. And that's another move the Shroids have. They'll extend 2 flags, and you have to, like, copy his pattern, and he'll try to fake you out sometimes. And if it's red, you jump for Mario, it's green for jump Luigi. He'll actually hold up both of them sometimes, which means you jump as both. Or sometimes he won't even raise either, and that means neither of you jump, and he just faked me out right there, so... Yeah, they are kind of irritating to deal with. All the enemies are irritating to deal with the first time, but I did practice on that, and I was just too caught up in explaining stuff. I wasn't really focusing that much, and I just like, oh hey, flags, I was like, just jump. Now for these guys, I'm having an issue trying to get these because, let's see, roll across, we can barely make that, you see that? I don't know if you're deliberately meant to do that, but if you are, you can barely make that, and that guy is gonna troll me, I know it. Yeah, let's just attack him from the top so we don't lose our spot. Come on, Love Bubble. Aw, damn it, I fell for my own gimmick, too. Okay. No, dude, I fail at timing this, my god. Moves we could do is these guys. I guess we could do, pocket chomps? Yeah, let's do pocket chomps because they'll give us several jump attacks. Might be a little weird for how it works because we don't have like a baby to help us, but as long as we have the adults, then it's okay. And of course, if you have the babies, then this works with the babies as well, but you don't have like someone on the tail of the chain chomp to do extra damage, so it's not really a big deal. You know, just using some bros moves in order to make fights go by faster, and it's doing its job. Well done right now. And this guy needs like one more hit, I bet. And, okay, one more hit after this and he'll be dead. Damn it, if I don't fail the timing, that is. Okay, there we go. And he's out of here. So yeah, love bubbles can be annoying. They're probably the more annoying enemies to deal with in terms of dodging. But I'd still say the Skelkeys are the most irritating to deal with in general. I guess we're gonna go for his defense. Let's try for that 5. And we got a 1. God damn, dude. I was getting these level ups off screen. I was getting like the best freaking level ups possible. And of course that happens in practice, not in actual recording. See, I just like went past the 6 by like one thing, and I missed like 5 possible point stat boosts that I could have for that. Well, that does it for that part. And right here, watch it because there is a asteroid right around this corner right there, so you need to be careful of that. This love bubble might troll me in a minute, but let's go across, okay? And spin again, and make it down to this platform down here. And hit this, and we get 2 smash eggs. Is there anything else in the area? I do not oh, that is so dumb, dude. Ugh, god damn it. Oh, and he's, like, low on health, too. This is not good. Fuck. Mario, please. Okay. This may be bad. I suggest we run away. Yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so we're gonna run from that and actually heal Mario real quick because I'm taking quite a bit of a beating just because my timing is really bad. I am slightly underleveled. I'd say like 2 or 3 maybe. Oh, there is one more thing to jump to there, so I need to try that again. So remember, we gotta go to the right. No, we gotta go to the left at the very end. Love bubble, go away. Okay. And go down here, spin to this platform, and then we have to make it to the left. There we go. Okay. And then press A, and we get 100 coins here if you can hit them all. Going to the left, we have another one of these things where we can't access it because the babies are separated from us. And let's jump around, make it up here. Again, this is like a little tedious thing. It's pretty much the same thing. You just spin around on platforms. Each place has its own way of getting to Paraslags. Let's see that. I'm interested to see what that actually is. Go to our equipment, go to the Paraslags. What do they got? Boosts our defense by a bit, and our speed quite a lot, actually. And, you know, Luigi doesn't have the best speed, but it would lower his power by a decent amount, so it's kind of a toss-up. I will think about it, but I don't know, because the power is kind of essential. I mean, it's not really, because if you're good at, like, your timing, the fights will take just a little longer, but I don't know, I need to think about it. Thankfully, we're almost done with this part, though. So we're done with the adult section in terms of how much the adults have to go through before we reunite. And the baby section technically is not even that difficult as long as you can just get by without too big of a deal. Going in here, we have 3 items. We'll have a lot of coins from that one block. We have 20 coins here, and we have an ultra drop, so pretty cool. Let's go back out through the house. There's no secret in this part, so let's just move along like I know you do. And red shells in there. Oh yeah, that's the first time we've seen red shells in this, isn't it? Or have we had red shells for a while? Oh yeah, we have been picking up red shells. I haven't even been making a notice of that. When you have these red shells, they act exactly like the green shells, except when you kill one enemy, it actually retargets another enemy automatically, so direct upgrade to the green shells. There really is no point to having green shells anymore, unless you're, like, seriously just dealing with, like, one opponent. But hey, pretty cool. And of course, we're gonna use the cheap tactic and drill under all these guys, just because we do not want to fight them. Okay. Make it up to this set of... They're like shroob-like platforms, if you notice that, like purple and mushroomy and like, so it's kind of disturbing in a way, but meh. And we have a bean right here, let's grab that. And we have finished this section, guys. We actually are pretty much done with the area, almost, but for the most part, we just finished it, because now that we've done this, we're actually gonna have the babies come over. This is why the adults can't go in that part, because you'll see there's this gate blocking them and there's no way for the adults to get underground. There's a bean right there. Let's grab that. How many beans are we at? Just so I can make a count, because I am kind of interested. Let's see, we have 39. Okay. And this blue pipe leads to our next part of the area that we need to go to. But until then, we want to backtrack a little bit to those houses we couldn't get because we were separated from the adults. So, and I will deal with that one block there in a little bit, but I just want to finish off the area that's here before we move on with anything else. So, of course, we have to go back just a little bit. It's not too bad anymore, because now we're all back together again. One big happy family of, like, 2 people. They're technically the... 2 are... how can I explain this? It's really just 2 people, and, like, it's just an older and younger version of 2 people, but you know what I mean. I could have sworn there was another house that I just completely missed. Actually, no, I see it. It's all the way in the left. It's early. I passed it up, but that's okay. We have these items to get. There's a few coins. I don't care about that. Green shell's there. Got a dynamic badge. Dynamic badge A. Actually, is that really a difference? I need to check dynamic badge A. How does that work? Dynamic badge A. Massively boost attack power, but use 4 items. So... yeah, it's more risky to do that than the normal dynamic badge, because of course 4 items is starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, that's kind of a lot of items in terms of how many you could actually get in the game and how expensive they can be. But I suppose if it's like an end game sort of deal, maybe, but for the time being, I really do not find 4 items for 1 attack. Even if the attack's boosted by quite a lot, it is not worth it right now. Especially with those items, we only have like 10 copy flowers, which means we'd only have like 2 or 3 moves left. And dodge the shroids yet again. And last part we need to go to is right here. Throw the babies down this part, and this is the last place with items we don't have yet. And let's grab the last set of items. We have 50 coins here. What do we have in here? We have 2 max mushrooms, 2 normal mushrooms, which is kind of dumb at this point because we have way more health than a normal mushroom would heal for, but okay. And that's pretty much Toad Town in the past, because obviously we're in the past time. This is what the past is like for Toad Town, and since the Shroob Castle, we could tell from Shroob Castle things were not going to be too well. Now, we could go down that blue pipe and it leads to our next area, but one thing before we do that, I want to make a note of this. We could have come to this area way earlier in the game, and you might be questioning me in terms of how is that even possible? Well, we have this time hole here, and we're going to go down this time hole, but we're going to come back to this area real quick, like after I show you where this leads. Remember how I said that we're not going to go down this time hole until much later in the game? Well, now you know. This time hole in the sewers that I avoided for so long leads to Toad Town in the past, and that's why I pretty much, ignored it until now, because I wanted to make a note of it when it was actually relevant. Because if we tried to go through here when, let's take this an example as we're just going to Toad Town for the first time back in the sewers, like before Gritzy Desert. You come out through this time hole, and you'd be like, okay, we have this part here, let's go to the right, and then right away, you can't do anything here because the gate's blocking you, you can't drill underneath the metal part, you're literally stuck here, so there's literally no reason to come here until you actually need to in the story, which is automatically done for you. So that pretty much does it for Toad Town. We collected all the items here, we got everything here, and now, jump down this pipe, and look where this goes. Guys, welcome to our next area. We seem to have arrived on Star Hill. The Cobalt Star continues to become very agitified. Whoa! Danger alert, danger! The Cobalt Star has become so disturbed that I am rapidly losing control of it. We must summit this hill with the greatest speed. The source of the Cobalt Star irritation must be somewhere in the immediate vicinity. So guys, welcome to Star Hill. This is now starting to get to the point where we're getting near the end of the game, because this is the last real area, serious area before we actually start on the end game, and you'll see what lies in front of us next time on Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. So guys, I've been Mr. Thank you for watching. This has been episode 26, I believe, of Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time, and I will see you guys in episode 27 for where we start climbing Star Hill. And we'll have an interesting little situation coming up very soon in this game, and you'll see what that is very shortly. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content coming soon, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys. I love the music here.